quick update on the onions that I sowed on February 11th. They're coming up nicely. I'm turning them about 2 or 3 times a day now, rotating them, so they can grow up pretty straight.
Hi everybody, Cheryl and Lady coming to you from the Lady's Garden and Home, and today I'm going to share with you what I'm going to be sowing within the next couple of days. So today is February 24th. It's almost 9 weeks to my last frost date, which is April 30th. And some of these plants I'm going to give a little bit of extra time to because of lessons learned last year. And some of them are just good timing right now. So to start, I'm going to try to grow artichokes this year. This is Imperial Star from Burpee. I've always loved artichokes very much, but they've always been more of a treat on holidays or fancy restaurants or something like that. So I'm just going to start with 2 plants and see how it works out. So the next thing I'm going to be sowing are my broccolis. Broccolis are the Brassica family, just like cauliflower and cabbage. And now is a very, very good time to get them started because they go out in the early spring before the last frost date. I'm going to try a bunch of different broccolis this year because they bolted last year and I didn't get a harvest, and my son absolutely loves broccoli. So this is Waltham 29 broccoli. I'm not sure where I got this from. Sorry. This is Calabrese broccoli, and this is from RDR Seeds. Then this is Artichoke. This is what I tried sowing last year. Again, it grew fine, but then it bolted. Then this is a sprouting Calabrese, and this doesn't have like one huge head. It's going to have a bunch of different heads. So like little florets. Then I'm trying something very Italian, which is spring broccoli rabe. I love broccoli rabe. I love it in soups. I love it sauteed. And then this one, I'm actually overwintering in the garden right now, but in case that doesn't work out, I'm going to plant some Romanesco. Now, Romanesco is not a true broccoli, I'm told. It is but look at it. It's so cool looking. I really, really hope to get that one going. So that's the broccolis. I did want to plant this purple sprouting broccoli. I did in the fall, but they all died. I don't think I covered them with enough frost cloth. They're supposed to be able to overwinter. Maybe they were too young when I put them out. I don't really know. But now is not the time. I'm going to be doing this in the summer. And then we're going to move on to cabbage. This is Premium Late Flat Dutch, and this is Copenhagen Market cabbage. So I'm going to try both of those. Cauliflower. So last year I grew cauliflower. It was fine until it came time for me to have to blanch it. And what that means is cauliflower, in order for it to be that nice white color, you need to take the leaves and tie them up on top of the plant. Well, that did not work for me. It kept just flopping out, and then it went yellow, and then it went to seed, and then it was a disaster. So this year I decided to try this Twister hybrid cauliflower, and this supposedly grows with its own leaves surrounding the head, so you don't have to tie it up. It's self-blanching. So let's try that. Celery. Y'all know my celery story. Don't worry, lady. I'm not going to say it again. Anyway, I do have celery overwintering in the garden right now. But I'm going to plant some more where I had some holes. Gotta have celery. Then I'm going to plant some cilantro, which turns into coriander when it goes to seed. Pretty cool. Dill. My dill that I overwintered here in the house looks like it's going to be going to seed soon. So it's time to start more dill. Then I saved these seeds from my coneflower plants. This is echinacea, which is also the purple coneflower. But I grow this for not only the beauty and the fact that it attracts the pollinators, but also because I save the leaves for tea. And rosemary. I just killed my rosemary plant. Actually, the fungus gnats did. And so I decided to put it outside thinking, oh, it was getting warmer. You know, it supposedly overwinters fine, but I think I gave it too much of a shock to its system. So anyway, time to start rosemary. And by the way, this needs cold stratification. So what that means is certain plants need to have a period of cold for it to germinate. So what I did is I cheated and I put it in the freezer for a couple of days. And then what you have to do with rosemary is soak the seeds in warm water for about 24 hours. So that's the process right now. I'm soaking them. And parsley. So I had parsley over winter last year, but I didn't leave any out in the garden this year. So I'm going to start parsley again. And then it's time for our green leafy vegetables. So this is my lettuce collection. We've got a gourmet blend. We've got a bistro blend mini. We've got a Batavian Ariana. We've got red leaf, black-seeded Simpsons, speckles, Paris Isle, Cause, Little Gem, Buttercrunch Bib. Oh, the Little Gem is actually a romaine. More Little Gem. Then arugula, which is great because it's one of the very first crops that comes up in the winter. It loves cold weather. And then we're going to do some spinach, which I love. So I'm trying a bunch of different varieties of spinach this year. I had a wonderful spinach crop last year. This is deep green Savoy leaves. Indian summer hybrid, which is what I've grown quite often. This is supposed to be more resistant to heat, so it doesn't bolt as quickly. And then this is overwintering right now in the garden. It's called Giant Winter. And it only germinates in really cold weather, so I didn't plant it until I guess it was the end of November or mid-November. And I've got it underneath the cover right now, and hopefully it's supposed to have, it's specifically developed for overwintering for a spring crop. So hopefully this is going to be my earliest spinach, but I'm not planting it today because I'm planting other spinach. This is Bloomsdale spinach. I've planted this in the past. And I'm trying something new. This is New Zealand spinach, which is not actually a spinach. It's a substitute, it says. But it's supposed to have a very similar flavor as spinach does. And the difference is that unlike true spinach, this crop grows happily throughout the warm months. So hopefully I'll still have some spinach in the summer. We'll give that a try. And then we've got some Swiss chard. And this is rainbow Swiss chard. See how pretty that is? All different colors. It's yellow, reds, pinks, orange. Anyway, that looks very pretty in the garden. And you may ask, Cheryl, well, what about your kale? Kale is so winter hardy. The truth of the matter is, I've grown kale. I'm really not that fond of it. It's okay if I'm throwing it into soups and it kind of disguises that bitterness. but it's not for me. I would much rather plant more Swiss chard and more spinach. So that's what we're doing over the next couple of days, and I will take you through the process. I'm ready to plant. So that's what I'm sowing, and I'll take you along for the ride. I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you'd like to join me in future videos, please hit the subscribe button and also the alert bell so you'll see them when they come available. From the Ladies Garden and Home, thank you for joining Lady and I today, and I hope you enjoy your gardening journey. Bye! Lady, say goodbye. Lady's in her St. Patrick's Day collar. Lady, say goodbye. Lady says goodbye.